What's up, world? Tino from Melbourne today. So, thought of doing this story because I think it's relevant to this time period of the year because it's actually the period where people actually come up with New Year's resolutions, things like that. So, this is the period where what my story is going to be really relevant for you. So, that's why I actually thought of doing this. So, here it goes. So, it's either going to be it's okay not to be perfect, it's not okay not to be okay, the heading of this, or else it's going to be chasing perfection. So, let me start off this whole discussion I'm going to be talking about. So let me make it short and sweet. So here it goes. So 2020 was a year where we actually learned a lot. So if it was a year where you thought about the problem of the situation, you could have actually ended up having the worst year of your life. But if you actually focused on the solution of the situation, it could have ended up being the best year of your life. So for myself, like being as a coach, like it was one of the best years in my life because I actually found myself a different version of myself as a coach in order for me to be the best I can be. So out of all these situations, the end conclusion I can get is it's not about what actually happens in the environment, which is actually gonna make it the best or the worst. It's actually you who can make sure like whether it's going to be the best year of your life or the worst year of your life. So at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to make sure like you make the right choice. So here's why it's going to be relevant for you, like the topic I'm going to be talking about. So 2021, so it will be a year where people will be actually going through New Year's resolutions. They will want to achieve this, they will want to tick this box, they wanted to tick this box. So if you had that in 2020 at the start of the year, if it did not get ticked, just understand it's okay. It's part of life. Part of life would be the fact that sometimes things you expect is not gonna happen the way you expect it to be. So let me tell you a few story. Like one of my athletes, ICN athletes. So AJ Abiron did not get the visa to compete in the World Championship in Australia last year, but he ended up competing in India because he did not give up. Like he kept on training and he ended up winning 4 types of medals, like 2 golds, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. So he almost just missed his pro card. So when you talk about that, like you can actually understand that situation, right? Like he actually did not give up, but he kept pushing through, and that's something you can't teach someone. That's actually a decision you're gonna make, which will make your life better. So in order for your life to be better, you got to understand certain concepts. The fact that you can't be perfect. You can't be perfect to someone else. You can't be perfect whatsoever. What you can be is just perfect for yourself. So you got to make sure you got to do what makes you happy. So understand, sometimes if you want to have a routine in your life, like if you want to do this when you wake up, if you have like certain things, not every single day you're gonna do it consistently. Some days you're gonna fuck up. Some mornings you're gonna wake up late. Some mornings you're gonna wake up, I don't know, something, and you're not gonna be feeling the best ever. But that does not mean you're gonna make the whole entire day based on that. Do not let that happen. So just like that, when you relate it to the New Year's resolutions, one I think I can say is this. So New Year's resolutions, you expect things to be on a certain way. You want to train 6 days a week or 5 days a week. But if that does not happen, like some days, like if life happens, if you got to shorten up, like some days you might not be able to train, some days you might not be able to like eat clean, some days you might end up like cheating, like eating junk. But just understand this, just because that one day happens, just do not make it 2, 3, 4 days, because if that happens, you're going to make it a habit. You're going to go back to your old lifestyle. So understand, if you want to achieve your goals in your health and fitness or anything else, like if you want to start a new career or if you want to do something else, just understand it's okay not to be okay. Some days it's not going to be the perfect one. That's where Team Empire always wants to make clients understand. During this holiday period, we do not want you to be perfectly strict with the diet unless you are a competitor who's actually competing like in a different goal. But if you are a general person who wants to be healthy, if your goal is that, we understand during this period I don't want you to restrict anything. I just want you to enjoy life. I just want you to take a break and understand that you got to do what you're supposed to do in a right way, where you won't be feeling guilty or whatsoever. So understand, if you are going to have a New Year's resolution for your life, just understand it's not going to be like a straight line where it's going to be perfect all the time. It's going to be ups and downs. Like the ECG report, I've said it before, the fact that like it goes like this, People live, but if it goes like this, people die. So do not let it happen. Expect it to be like a straight line. Just understand the concept of being perfect is not possible. Like, not nobody is perfect. So if you want to start your fitness journey, just understand it's a journey where it's going to take a long time, and it's a journey where you're going to have lots of ups and downs, lots of problems you're going to cope with. So 2020 was a year where we coped with a lot of problems, but we managed to push through, and Team Empire actually made the best transformations of our coaching careers. Like, we made a massive impact all around the world, and that's something I can be truly happy about. So when you talk about that concept, you got to realize 2020 was the best year of my life as a coach. Me, Angie, AJ, Ashan, all realized that, because that's the way we think. That's the way we are actually born to think. We are not born to think that there's a problem and we are going to be focusing on the problem. Do not do that. If you just keep on focusing on the problem, you're not going to find the solution. You're just going to be there. And if there are people around you who's, when you talk about your problems, and they are actually like putting fuel into that problem and talk about it and binge about it, you're going to end up like that. So it's important for your life to have like people around you who's just going to find the solution instead when you talk about a problem, instead of putting fuel into it. So this was a year where I actually learned that it's very important to have like a proper mindset in order to find anything. So once you have a mindset where you feel like things are you're gonna actually make it no matter what, you will actually end up winning. So understand, if you are going through a New Year's resolution, just understand the fact that it's okay not to be okay. Chasing perfection, it's okay, but just understand it's okay not to be okay. Have a great day, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great week, by the way. It's Monday and 7 minutes long. Let's dominate the week. Let's dominate the whole year. Let's dominate every single thing which comes your way. How about that?